Matt, everyone knows that the Bruins had this long 10-day break between the last preseason game and the first game of the season, which is coming up. Just what's the atmosphere like, the mood in the room? The NHL started. You guys are watching guys, play games. What's the, I don't know if tension's the right word, but excitement to get going on Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's more so just excitement rather than, nervousness or anything else. Watching the first couple games, the last few nights is it's been awesome to see the fans back in the seats, and we got a little bit of taste of that at the end of the playoffs. But just to be back to a normal schedule and normal training camp, it's been fun. I think 10 days has been a lot to kind of sit and think about things, but coaches have done a great job of mixing up practices and putting some more situational things into practice that you'd see in a game more. So it's just I feel like it's kept us engaged more.
Yeah, so with that extra practice time, there's a lot that the coaching staff has been able to figure out. Generally, Brennan, Carlo, and Mike Riley, they were talking about they're using this time to really get, to know each other and their communication. You seem to be playing a lot with Connor Clifton, but John Moore is also in that spot. What has this practice time done for you as the anchor there between the three of you in terms of fine-tuning your game with them or communicating with them and figuring out your chemistry?
Yeah, that's been a big thing. Just trying to speak up more a little bit. I think each year you feel a little bit more comfortable in the locker room with your teammates, wanting to speak up a little bit, kind of take the reins, so to speak. And I've been trying to incorporate that in practice so that it sort of translates to the game. And I think, I've been fortunate enough to play with, both of those guys a number of times over the last few years. So I think we read off each other well. And, once we do start playing with each other, I think the chemistry kind of flows pretty easily. So we've been trying to compete really hard in practice, and hopefully we can, continue that in the game.
Let's say you're playing with Connor Clifton and Cassidy calls it Cliffy hockey. He's got a different style than John Moore, but for you, you're, this excellent puck mover in the league, but also, you're trying to create defense, turn it into offense, but you also have to defend there. How does your game change in all three zones? Perhaps if you're playing with Connor Clifton, are you adjusting, your role as a puck mover there?
I think I want to, make plays as much as I can. I think one thing I just try to be aware of is I know Cliffy likes to jump in the play, and he has great mobility, plays very physical as well. So I think he's at his best when he's playing that aggressive style. It forces me to, maybe take a step back and make sure I'm taking a look over my shoulder. If I'm trying to join the play, I got to make sure at least one of us is back and we're not, both up there trying to cause havoc. So, but it's been great playing with Cliffy, and I'm really happy to see the progress he's made over the last few years, and he's really carved out a role for himself just by competing really hard and playing really well when he does get the opportunity. So it's been a treat.
And really quick on the flip side with John, are you jumping in the play as much as well, or what does he do that allows you to kind of play your game?
I think Johnny's a little bit more defensively conscious, but he's a great motor as well. I think they're pretty similar in that aspect. They both skate incredibly well, and Morsey, a lot of times when we play together, he's on his right side, so maybe it's a little more comfortable for me to want to join the play or join the rush. I know he's going to be back there no matter what, and Morsey can make plays as well. So I think they're pretty similar in those aspects.
All right, last one. It's the Boston sports question. You guys have your home opener. The Red Sox are obviously deep into the playoffs now. The Revs, Pats, Celtics. This is a crazy stretch for Boston sports. Time to be a fan. But in terms of Red Sox, how much are you up in the hype? You grew up watching these guys. How much are you enjoying these playoffs?
I love it. Boston's such a great sports city. I think any team will tell you that will support you no matter what. And I remember being a younger kid, seeing the curse lifted in 2004 and going to sleep. My parents would wake me up and tell me whether the Red Sox beat the Yankees or vice versa. I can kind of remember that stretch when they were down 3-0 and came back from it. So to see them going far in the playoffs, that kind of brings back those memories. And a lot of us were able to go to that game 4 and That was an incredible sight to see. I think you see the passion from the fans. It kind of makes you excited for the season because you know it's going to translate into hockey as well. So I'm just a big fan right now and trying to support them as much as I can. So wishing them all the best.
Me too. I love it. It's been so fun to watch. Can't wait for Saturday. We'll see you then.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sophie.